Hello everyone, and welcome to a Musashi Boys video. I'm Meldar the Barbarian, but you guys can call me Mel, and today we are going to be talking about the top 10 best animes for beginners. And this is not to say that these are the top 10 best animes. This is not a tier list by any means. This is just a list of animes I think you should watch based off of how long they are, how interesting they are, and the variety. Because I feel like a lot of animes people will tell you to watch are just shonens, and I love a shonen. And if you don't know what a shonen is, it's basically a genre geared towards a specific type of audience. It usually is about a young male protagonist who is training, usually with fighting, to become as strong as he can be and overcoming all these challenges. And like a good example of this would be like Naruto, Dragon Ball, My Hero Academia, and we'll get to those in a sec. But a lot of lists that people will give you to start out with are shonens, and I really feel like that doesn't represent anime as a whole. Although I do feel like shonens are the quote-unquote less weird anime. Like, those are the ones that will have a little less fan service. Fan service just means like the boobs and and that kind of innuendo stuff. And, you know, sometimes there are definitely parts of anime that are not traditional normal TV, so shonens are a perfect transition into watching other types of anime, but I'm here to give you a more diverse list. And before I get started, please hit that like button and subscribe to watch some more of our videos. Here is the top 10 best anime shows for beginners. At number 1, we have Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is the story of a boy named Tanjiro and his journey to becoming a demon slayer in a world where demons devour humans. I absolutely adore this show. I think it is perfect for beginners because it is super enticing, really interesting. It has a little bit of gore in there, but not too much where someone might be like put off by it. And I just think the story is amazing, and the great thing is that there's only one season out right now. And there's also the Mugen Train movie, which I would watch after you watch the first season. And currently the Mugen Train arc is being aired until December, when season 2 of this anime is going to come out. You have the perfect amount of time to watch all of season 1 and the Mugen Train movie, and honestly the Mugen Train arc before season 2 comes out, so you feel like you're caught up and part of the community. Number 2, My Hero Academia. This is the story of a boy named Izuku Midoriya who longs to become a hero and attend a school for heroes in a world where most humans are born with unique superpowers called quirks. But he was born quirkless. My Hero Academia, love this show. I'm actually not caught up with it, but it was one of my first shows that got me back into anime. I really think it's the perfect transition from almost more of a cartoon show to an anime, because sometimes I feel like it almost is kind of an in-between. It's also a really funny show, it's super inspiring, and I just think it's a great anime in general. It does kind of introduce you to some of the weirder, more quirkier parts of anime, but they're pretty few and far between. But I think it's a great introduction as a beginner. At number 3, we have the anime One Punch Man. One Punch Man is a comedic show about a man named Saitama who trained ridiculously hard for 3 years and has become so strong he can defeat villains with one punch. I think the show is great. I have only watched season 1, unfortunately. I'm still working through it. I think it's a really great show if you want to start watching an anime, but with not as much commitment. One Punch Man is something that you can watch more casually, and honestly, if you just want a good laugh, it's good to watch One Punch Man. It's pretty funny. At number 4, we have Jujutsu Kaisen. In a world filled with hidden cursed spirits that cause various problems and harm to humans, a teenage boy with incredible athletic capabilities named Itadori gets himself accidentally entangled in the realm of these spirits and now must deal with the consequences. I absolutely love Jujutsu Kaisen. I am almost done with season 1. The story and the characters are great. They're really funny. I think it's a great show for someone who kind of wants to get on the hype train of anime, and which isn't a bad thing, and wants to feel like they're caught up and part of a group, because it sucks sometimes when you feel like you're so behind on an anime that you can't even talk to people about anime. But like these smaller shows like Demon Slayer and Jujutsu Kaisen that only have basically 1 to 2 seasons out are perfect so that you can get caught up and really feel like you can become part of the conversation early on. Number 5, Promise Neverland. Emma and Norman are two kids that live in a wonderful and loving home full of other children and a seemingly doting mother, until they find out a horrifying secret that they shouldn't have, and realize their adoption home isn't an adoption home at all. Promise Neverland is a fantastic show in my opinion. A lot of people have mixed feelings on season 2. That's fine. You should be the judge of that yourself. Personally, I liked season 1 and season 2. Season 1, I will agree, was better, but it is a fantastic show, and it is kind of an introduction to anime that is not a shonen. Obviously, One Punch Man I wouldn't really consider One Punch Man a shonen. It's more of a comedy, but it's very, like, it is still a male who is fighting, and there's a lot of fighting, but it's more for comedic purpose. The Promised Neverland is about younger kids and kind of has a different style and a different vibe than a shonen will, and I feel like is a really good introduction to all of those other branches of anime. And I would describe the genre of Promised Neverland as like a dark fantasy kind of esque vibe. You know what I mean? Number 5, Naruto. I know a lot of people are going to give me flack for not putting this higher up on the list, but I'll give you my reasons here in a second. Naruto is the story of a friendly and playful boy named Naruto who is training in the ninja ways and strives to become the leader or Hokage of his village. Although he is treated as an outcast in his youth, he makes many friends and many enemies on his journey and finds out secrets of his past that have been hidden from him. That is the best summary I can give you for Naruto, and here's why. Naruto is pretty freaking long. A lot happens, and I'm not trying to spoil anything. I know a lot of you who haven't even watched anime probably have already been spoiled on a lot of things that happen, but it's not coming from me, alright? The reason I put Naruto at number 6 is honestly just because it's pretty long. It's gonna be a second before you catch up. And there's a lot of filler, and if you don't know what filler is basically episodes that were created that do not relate to the storyline of Naruto at all. Like, they do, and they relate to the characters, but they don't relate to the storyline. You can not watch the filler and completely understand what is happening in the show. Naruto has whole freaking seasons of filler, and it's honestly a waste of your time unless you really want to watch it. You can watch the filler, just know that it is going to take you longer to watch Naruto. In the description below, I will put a website that you can go to so that you know which episodes are canon and which episodes are filler, so that if you do want to watch Naruto, you can watch it as fast as possible. Number 7, Attack on Titan. Eren Yeager is a boy who lives in a fortified society that lies in a world riddled with giant-like creatures called Titans that for years have destroyed societies and eaten humans. Knowing the danger of these creatures, Eren joins the scouts that train to protect the humans inside the walls. I love Attack on Titan. I am super early in Attack on Titan because I have a lot of other animes that I'm watching. I would strongly suggest this as an anime for beginners. All of these animes I'm listing, you can watch them in any order. This is just the order in which I would watch them, or you could even watch them all at the same time. You don't necessarily have to finish one anime and then move on to the next. You can always watch an episode of My Hero, watch an episode of Naruto. Like, you can do a few animes at a time. It's okay. Number 7, Kakegurui. Okay, I don't know if I said that right, but I spelled it for you, so you'll be able to find it. I believe it's on Netflix, maybe on Crunchyroll. I'm honestly not sure and I don't remember. I will put where you can watch all of these animes in the description below so that you don't have to go searching for it. Kakegurui is about a girl named, I believe it's Yumeko. I could have said that wrong. But anyway, she enrolls at a private academy. I'm not even going to try and say the name of the academy, where students are ranked by their gambling winnings. So they all have like a really bad gambling problem. And they're ranked by their gambling winnings. Fame and fortune awaits those who rise to the top. This is definitely a more kind of funny, more intense anime with a lot of fan service. Like, lot of fan service, but it's great. I think it's a really great show. You should watch it. It'll definitely introduce you to another type of anime. At number 8, Dragon Ball Z Kai, and Dragon Ball Super. Goku is a Saiyan from the planet Vegeta that was destroyed, and like Superman, was put on a space pod and set off into space and landed on Earth. Now he acts as a hero for Earth, protecting the planet, but really just has a love for fighting. If you don't know a lot about Dragon Ball, you probably don't know that there's a lot of episodes of Dragon Dragon Ball and a lot of different shows. The ones that I would suggest, if you want to watch the Dragon Ball arcs and episodes that are the most popular and that most people watch, are Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z Kai, and Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Z is basically just kind of an elongated version of Dragon Ball Z Kai, so I would suggest just watching Dragon Ball Z Kai. And I would definitely watch them in that order that I gave you. So first Dragon Ball, then Dragon Ball Z Kai, then Dragon Ball Super. Or else, like, if you just skip to Dragon Ball Super, you will probably eventually understand what's going on, but you'll probably enjoy the process of watching it more if you start from Dragon Ball Z Kai at least. But I would definitely start with just Dragon Ball. Finally, to my last suggestion, number 10, Baki. I know a lot of people who watch anime that'll probably look at me and like, why would you tell someone to go watch Baki? Baki is an anime on Netflix that I have recently fallen in love with, and I can't not put it on this list. It's very different, it's super funny, I think it's hilarious, and it's just cool. Moving on to the summary, Baki is about a teenage boy, coincidentally named Baki, who is training to become strong enough to beat his father, who is the strongest and most skilled martial artist on the planet. And when you watch the show, you'll know what I mean by that. During the show, you will see many other insanely, and when I mean insanely, I mean insanely, strong mixed martial artists face each other in brutal, hilarious, and no-holds-barred battles. These battles get insane. This show, I will say, is very gory, but in the best way. It isn't kind of the gore that makes you creeped out, I guess. It's just intense. In Attack on Titan, you probably see a little bit less blood, but it's a little bit more eerie and a little bit more like, oh, this is unsettling. Whereas in Baki, it's like, oh my god, that dude just got his face exploded. Anyway, to finish up, those are my top 10 suggestions for a beginner wanting to watch anime. Now, some people might say, Melly, why didn't you put in this anime? Melly, why didn't you suggest this anime? And it's because I haven't watched all the animes. I don't want to give advice on some anime that I don't know anything about. I would also like to say that if you're going to watch anime, you can watch it however you would like, whatever is most comfortable for you. But personally, don't watch it dubbed. Most anime, and compare from the Japanese version and the English version just sucks most of the time, okay? Like, just learn to read subtitles and it will sound so much more intense. But anyway, that is all I have for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I will see you guys next time. See ya!